So today I want to talk a little bit about session number 7. And this was a real, another amazing learning experience for me, because she came into this session saying that she probably can't visualize because she seemed very depressed. She was having a lot of physical symptoms, and she was just really concerned about this working on her. And in the session, happy to say she was able to see some things, experience some things. And what I realized is that sometimes even those little nuggets that we get in the session can have big meanings afterwards. So as we went through, I tried to have her describe as much as she could about what she was seeing. She was seeing some purple, some white, some leaves and trees, and then some blue-green colors. And what I realized afterwards was that every session's different, right? And every session that I've had is really different. And so I'm feeling my ability to adapt to the different sessions. So where it wasn't so obvious in the session what was going on, when I was writing up and processing the notes later, then it became a lot clearer to me. And I ended up sending her a lot more details in an email. And what I felt through my own intuition, and here I am trying to help her as I'm taking the symbolism of what her higher self is bringing through. And sometimes it can be a little confusing at first how this is coming through. And I've had this experience with psychics also. Like sometimes they'll give us a list of signs and they don't make sense right away, and we have to kind of process it over time. So as I was processing the signs that came through, what I realized was the purple that first came through is the higher self. And the higher self is just showing up saying, hi, I'm here. Yes, you were able to open the door. Then this white that opened up, like when we go through the chakra system, purple's the third eye, and then white is that crown chakra, that ultraviolet, as we connect to God. And God was part of her intention, that she only works with God as far as deities and entities and such goes. So God came through. And then the blues and the greens, you know, that's kind of the mix of the heart, and the throat chakra is expression. And she's an artist. And so it's classic, right? Classic archetype is the starving artist. And she was having especially digestive issues and eating issues. And one of her callings in life is around nutrition. So it's just kind of interesting how these subconscious archetypes work and play out in our life, these stories. So as I was writing her email reading afterwards, summarizing the session, I'm realizing that, okay, and we talked a lot online about how to become a successful artist and how to come into frequency with being and how to walk the shoes of a successful artist. Like, to be this thing, you don't be it first and then come into frequency with it. First, you have to come into frequency with being this person that you want to be. And how does this person you want to be walk through life? What do they do? What do the days look like? Can you visualize your art successfully on the walls of houses? And I suggested taking pictures from magazines and putting little copies of her art on that wall, so she can clearly, like vision board style, see, and not just see, but feel. What does it feel like when you sell your art? When you feel like, I got paid for my artwork, and now that's sitting in somebody's home and they're enjoying it. How does it feel? What are the conversations that I have with my friends and family? How do I feel when I wake up in the morning? knowing that I am successful. And what does that actually look like, feel like? It means I get up, I work on my art, I make some phone calls, I go show my art. What, we have to walk the walk in order to allow what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex to come and show up and be present in our life. So this session was, they're all interesting. I love them all, but that's kind of what I learned from it. And even with my own ability to process after the session and help after in a little bit different way, in helping make sense of what the higher self is trying to tell us. So again, thank you for watching.